Describe a problem you had while shopping online or in a store.
I'm going to talk about a time when I had to return a product I bought online, which was probably one of the worst shopping experiences I've ever had. I think it happened about 2 months ago when I was scrolling through TikTok to relax. Something I usually do when I have some free time. I came across a video by a KOL promoting some t-shirts at affordable prices. He mentioned that the shop was having a limited time sale, which instantly triggered my FOMO. I also liked the design of the shirts, so I placed the order right away without thinking much or checking customer reviews. While waiting for the package to arrive, I was already picturing how I'd mix and match the shirts with other pieces in my closet to create some nice outfits. But when the shirts arrived 3 days later, I was seriously let down. The fabric felt super cheap, the colors looked dull compared to the video, and worst of all, the fit was totally off. The form was just bad. Needless to say, I was really disappointed and a bit angry at how misleading the KOL has been. Luckily, TikTok Shop had a return policy, so I was able to send the shirts back and get a refund. Still, I was quite annoyed, especially because I had waited for days and ended up with nothing useful. After that, I shared the story on social media, and to my surprise, a lot of my friends commented that they'd been through the same thing before. I guess this whole thing taught me a valuable lesson that I should never trust online influencers too blindly and always check the details and reviews before buying anything online.
What problems do people usually have when shopping online?
I guess one big issue is that you can't actually see or try the item before buying it. Like, it might look great in the photos, but when it arrives, the color is a bit off or the size doesn't fit the way you expected. That happens a lot with clothes and shoes. Another thing is, people often rely on reviews to decide whether something's worth buying. But honestly, not all reviews are reliable these days. Some of them are fake or paid, so it's hard to know what to believe. And last but not least, even though most platforms do allow returns nowadays, the whole process can be a real hassle. You have to repack the item, go to the post office, and wait for a refund. It just takes up a lot of time and energy.
Is customer service in shops important?
Yeah, no doubt about that. In my opinion, it's hands down one of the most important factors that determine the success of a shop, no matter what kind of business it is. With the rise of e-commerce platforms, customer service has become even more crucial, since people can leave reviews that influence other buyers. On top of that, young adults these days seem to care more about the overall service experience than older generations. So, if a shop provides poor customer service, it can really take a toll on their reputation and sales. That said, product quality and pricing are important too, but I believe excellent customer service should always be a top priority for any business.
Should customers always complain to a shop about their problems?
Some people might say it's not always necessary to complain, but I don't really agree with that. I mean, I get that it can be a bit of a nuisance when customers constantly complain about small or trivial issues. But if we look at the bigger picture, giving feedback, even negative feedback, can actually help a business grow. If a shop knows what they're doing wrong, chances are they'll try to improve it. That leads to better customer service in the long run. And better service usually means happier customers. So overall, I think it's worth speaking up when something goes wrong, as long as it's done in a respectful way.
What kind of service do you think is good?
I think it depends on the kind of shopping I'm doing. For online shopping, I usually value delivery speed. The quicker the better. I really hate waiting. So if a shop can deliver their products within a short time frame, that's a huge plus for me. But when it's come to shopping in brick and mortar stores, I'd say customer attitude matters the most. And honestly, it's the first thing I pay attention to. I mean, no one wants to be treated poorly, right? And I'm no exception. In fact, there have been a few times when I walked out of a shop immediately just because I didn't feel respected.
What are the differences between shopping online and in stores?
There are a few major differences between the two. On the one hand, online shopping is more convenient since you don't have to physically go to the store. It saves you both time and travel costs. Plus, it's easier to compare prices and look for deals before making a purchase. However, the downside is that you don't get the instant gratification of having the item in your hands right away. Shopping in physical stores, on the other hand, lets you try on, see, or touch the product before buying, which can help you make better decisions. And of course, you get the item immediately, which for some people is a big plus.
Do Vietnamese prefer shopping online or offline?
I guess in the past, most Vietnamese people preferred shopping offline because it felt more reliable and convenient. You could simply go to the store, see the products in person, and buy what you liked without worrying about things like whether the item would look the same as it did online or how long delivery would take. But nowadays, with the rapid growth of e-commerce platforms and big improvements in shipping services, the trend has completely shifted. A lot of people, especially the younger generation, now prefer online shopping because it saves time and effort. You don't have to go anywhere, and as long as you have an internet connection, you can shop from literally anywhere.